I am so glad you are here. It is Energy Sunday in my world. I'm Liz. It is the summer solstice 2026. Happy solstice. And let's talk a little bit about energy work today. Get in those Instagram people. Love you guys. I wanted to talk about what Reiki does for the person who's receiving it, and ultimately also what it will do for the practitioner in terms of healing work. Believe it or not, a lot of the language I've seen about what Reiki does, the layers of energetics it affects, really do reflect what's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's an older psychological concept, and it talks about your physical needs, your safety needs, then your emotional health, then your own ability to discern the world around you, basically, and then finally, self-actualization is the term that's used in the Maslow hierarchy, but you could refer to that as bliss if you want to, true contentment with life. It's a good system, but we do not go from one level and conquer it and leave it behind and go to the next level and conquer it and leave it behind and go to the next. These things cycle through our lives routinely. Physical needs come up again. We don't eat once and then we're all done, right? So think in terms when you are getting a Reiki treatment or attuning yourself to Reiki, learning Reiki, or practicing as a Reiki teacher, master teacher, that you are going to establish a safe foundation for yourself. You're going to meet your basic physical needs, physical healing, and then make sure that you acknowledge that and recognize that that makes you safer, more whole, and more ready to address those higher needs that we cycle through as well. The next stage, once we've established a firm physical footing and we feel safe, is to work on our emotional needs. And that's usually where the Reiki energy will go next. So if you're very secure in your life and you physically are more or less okay, but everything's emotionally based that you're going through right now, even if there are physiological symptoms, expect an emotional cleansing to occur, an emotional workout, if you will, to be part of your healing process. Once that is stabilized, it becomes about integrating all of those things, getting your own intellect to be fed by what's going on in the world around you. So suddenly it isn't just that you know stuff, it's that you also can discern how to best apply the stuff you know. Where will it be useful? Where will it be appreciated? That's the fourth level. And then finally, that final integration where you really can experience bliss. You might get this in other ways. Some people get it by running, the classic runner's high. I know I have felt this when practicing yoga intensely for a protracted period of time on more than one period of my life. It is possible to achieve all of these things with consistent work, but it does take practice. It takes making a habit out of these popular and that these positive behaviors. This might mean you have to change even just how you sit. Do you sit upright or do you sit scrunched in? If you're sitting scrunched in, you're kind of squeezing a lot of things in your body and it changes your body chemistry. And that in turn can affect how you feel about yourself, about others, about your place in the world. So very subtle changes when practiced regularly, like the changes made with Reiki, add up to a profound difference in many people's lives. So I'd encourage you, if you're in a healing process right now and it involves any form of energetic work, that you stick with it, that you follow it through, that you follow the suggestions. And if you do find yourself suddenly not eating as much junk food, not because you were shamed into it, not because someone said, do a better job, but because you feel better when you grabbed that pack of blackberries instead of the chips or candy that you were going to grab, and you eat half those blackberries. That's the kind of change we really want to see as healers. We want to see you choose the healthy thing because it feels good, because you figured out it feels better than the old habit you had. And that means letting go of a habit, and it means acquiring a new one. And that's a process. It takes time. So give yourself some grace and let yourself keep growing, even if it feels like you're regrowing through old space that you thought you'd already conquered. We go through cycles in life. And sometimes we have to regrow an area that's become atrophied. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep growing. Know that myself and the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs, we love that you are an amazing and magical human being. And of course, we appreciate the little magical things you can do right here in social media land. I know you know what they are. I hope we get to see you again soon, either here, at the website, or at the shop itself. Have an amazing week, and blessed be.